Everyone loves anime body pillows, but one man loves his more than all the rest. And his name is Kaboom! They'll understand me in Japan guy. The Emperor of Weeb's worldwide. Wait a minute, that's not a name. Sorry, let me just Google who he is real quick. They'll understand me in Japan guy is likely referring to Norm Nakamura. I don't know about that one, Chief. Are there really no articles about him? Really? No podcast or crypto scam even? Surely Reddit must know something about the man, right? Wikipedia? Know your meme? Oh my god. I don't want to have to do this, but surely our AI overlords must know. This may take a while, guys. It first went viral on the subreddit Just Neckbeard Sings, a community dedicated to Just Neckbeard Sings. The meme came at the perfect time, for the year was peaceful 2017. Reddit already had Fedora Guy's mascot for the Sweaty White Knight, but to that day, no mascot has been found for the naive weeaboo. So, when it appeared, Reddit was ecstatic, and it quickly became the prime example of what not to do in Japan. This wasn't its first appearance on the site, however, as the user MoxV uploaded it to the same subreddit just 2 years prior. As far as I can tell, he was the first one to upload it on the site. I had a feeling, however, that it wasn't the original source. For one, I just find it really hard to believe that someone would deliberately upload the most weeb-ass photo imaginable of themselves with the intent of being made fun of in 2015. After all, back then, the internet was still largely unironic.
Can I have a pussy, please?
So, I began searching for an earlier post. I first tried Google Lens, but for whatever reason you couldn't sort by date, so I had to bust out All Reliable. Tenai. The first link was broken and had never been archived, thus its earliest known instance was from the Polish website Demotry Watry. It was just a screenshot of a screenshot, however, and unfortunately the original post from the website Nekomaru was also never archived and is also not the source. The trail ended there, pushing me back to square one, but then I realized I was a complete fucking idiot. Searching for it the normal way didn't yield any results, yes, but surely some clue was buried within the Reddit comments, right? I started with the most popular post. In it, a user by the name Marin fucking Tron claimed they were friends with the man himself. But as we all know, Redditors aren't exactly well known for their honesty. I wasn't buying it without a source. But anyway, that isn't what I want to show you. It's what's below. They claimed They'll Understand Me in Japan guy was in the music video Have a Nice Day by World Peace. And upon checking, yeah, he was there. And it was uploaded in 2014, nearly a year prior to our earliest post. Was the photo staged for this? Then why doesn't it contain this exact shot? Unsatisfied, I continued my dumpster dive and checked other posts for series. Some said he was David Okun, another popular otaku. Some said he was actually a famous Japanese troll, and you can find him roaming around Akihabara like some sort of Easter egg? Others claimed he was a bilist actor, which I actually found to be the least believable theory. A few more theories were thrown around, but I believe the first is the closest to the truth. They'll Understand Me in Japan guy was just a nameless cosplayer from the music video, and the photos were just cut content. Case closed. I was actually content with leaving it at that. After all, this was supposed to be just a small section in a larger video I was working on. Don't ask. But then I saw this post and are you seeing this shit? And in the comments was someone claiming to be the cameraman, with proof. Their Flickr profile had never before
seen photos of the man himself.
They were all uploaded in 2013, complete with original camera metadata and... Whoa! Would you look at that? A name! Patrick. After hours of research, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. With that done, now I had to know the context of the image. I sent him a DM asking for the image's story. Within a few hours, he replied. And thus, I am proud to present the true story behind the They'll Understand Me in Japan guy meme. Our story begins in 2013 with a man named Nigel Munoz, an amateur photographer from New York City. He came to Japan for study abroad during college, and it was through his homestay family that he first met him, Patrick. Nigel describes him as a goofy otaku with a sizable figurine collection, and whose mind was an enigma. And yes, he was indeed a die-hard Madoka fan. They became fast friends. One day, while Nigel was watching Peak in his bedroom, Patrick, "Hey Nigel, I have an idea." His idea was simple: using his Madoka gear, look as weeb as possible in public. Nigel was in. Originally, Patrick intended to just wear the clothes, but at some point, he also bought the body color. He did a test run of his attire and showed it to Nigel. He thought it was pretty funny, but Patrick wasn't satisfied. "No, this is not cringe enough, goddammit!" He wanted to take it a step further, and thus, now this is cringe enough. So they began taking photos. Their photo shoot lasted several days, with the final day taking place in Akihabara, Tokyo. They walked to this exact location, barely 3 minutes away from Akihabara Station. Patrick unleashed the funniest face he could. The stars began to turn in the line. PewDiePie stepped out from hiding to get a better look. An old man materialized out of nowhere wearing the most baffled expression, and Nigel slammed the shutter. Unbeknownst to him, he had just immortalized the most legendary Weeb photo in history. And that's how the legend was born. The end. Hold on, wait a minute. How did Patrick end up in a World Peace music video then? And didn't Nigel himself said earlier he never made the main photo public? What's up with that? Well, first things first. They did their photo shoot in Akihabara during Hokosha Tengoku, which literally means pedestrian paradise. It's a practice where certain streets are blocked off from vehicular traffic for a period of time, usually on Sundays, to give pedestrians a chance to wander freely through an area. Now, cosplayers love to roam around during this time, and World Peace took advantage of that by dragging a few of them into their music video. This was how Patrick got roped in. The two of them were just strolling around, taking pictures and whatnot, when one of the World Peace guys spotted them, came over, and asked if Patrick wanted to be an extra in the video. Patrick said yes, and well, just like that, he was in a music video. Second, Nigel only made 2 of the photos public. But if that's the case, how did the main photo go viral? Well, according to Nigel, Patrick requested his copy of the photos sometime later, where he then spread them himself to online message boards. As to which message board, he doesn't know, so it was up to me to find out. I prepared myself to go dumpster diving again, this time on 4chan, but it turns out I didn't have to. Thank God. Remember Marin fucking Tron from like 5 minutes ago? Well, he's back with some sauce, and he knows exactly where the memes came from. Patrick had spread the photos on his Facebook. Ew. The caption reads, "Ha ha 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 ha. How would you describe the photo? The one who took the photo calls it rape face. XD." There's a secret that the deep state would like you to forget. And it's this. There is in fact another photographer, and his photos wasn't very wholesome. They'll understand me in Japan guy doing not salute. 36,000 upvotes on Reddit. It's over. His non-existent acting career is over. He's done. He's finished. Finally over. Finally done. It's done. He's done. Or is it? Yeah, this is the...
Yeah, this is most likely not a Nazi salute.
First of all, it's the wrong hand, and it's not because he's an amateur saluter. He was just waving his arms around when the photo was taken, and it was simply an unlucky shot. They haven't talked for a while now, but last Nigel heard, Patrick had moved on to other hobbies, and was apparently a pretty big car guy now. Curious, I asked Nigel what they thought of the meme. After all, a big part of the internet took their photos quite seriously. But it turns out, everything was all an upside. Patrick loved the memes, and found the attention pretty damn funny. And as far as Nigel can tell, he never had to keep a low profile about it either. As for Nigel himself, well, he was just proud that a random photo took in 2013 became a small part of internet culture. I'm finally here.